Dr. Vishnu Durga here from Action Invest Caribbean, and I want to welcome you to this week's Who's Who in Guyana Business TV Show. As you know, our show is meant to ensure that you get a lot of business education, that we let you know about business opportunities as well, and of course, to know which businesses to make contact with to receive that support that you require. Now, enjoy the show. You'll be hearing a lot today about the events we have coming up. One of the key events coming up is actually on Thursday, February 1st from 4 to 7 p.m. We will be having the CEO of Action Coach, Mr. Brad Sugars, in Guyana, delivering on the topic management versus leadership. Now, this particular event is really geared for the CEOs, the business owners, the management teams of organizations, and these could be public or private, or even NGOs, but organizations that really want to move their management and leadership to the next level. Make sure that you contact our office as well, 223-5583, and you'll see it along the show as well. More details you'll hear from Brad himself, so that you and your management team can benefit from this fantastic event. Enjoy the show.
Majority of business owners that we speak with, we find it a challenge that they do not know some of the essential or the key things that they should be aware of or they should be doing in their business. I'll give you a couple of tips, or I'll give you a couple of areas that we have found. First one is to be able to determine where you want to take the business. You see, majority of business owners, they have an idea, right, where they want to take the business, but it's not clear. It's not crystal clear in their minds what that destination is. So what we do is we work to clarify that destination. Why, you may ask? The question is what are the actions that you're taking today that will be able to get you to that destination? And that is where you look to manage yourself, manage your time, because there is a lot of work that needs to get into getting to that destination. It's like jumping in a car and you're thinking, okay, where am I going? Right? We first need to be able to determine where we're going, because if we do not do that, we jump in the car and we drive around using up our time, our gas, resources, all right? And that is what happens with a lot of business owners. They are short-term thinkers. So as a business owner, make sure that you have that long-term plan and you work it every single day getting to that destination. I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, Coach Keon Smith here, and I have been with Action Coach now for the past 8 years and counting. And I want to share with you a concept as we're looking at the 5 ways to build a better business. We're now going to be tapping into number of transactions. For those who did not remember, you can go back and look at our previous videos. We would have touched on lead generation, conversion rate, and leads times conversion rate gives you your number of customers. Now we need to look at the number of transactions. The number of transactions relates to the number of time or the frequency in which a customer can do business with you. Some businesses have frequency where customers can do business with them monthly, so which means the number of transactions for the year would be 12. There are cases where customers can do business with that client twice per month, which means the number of transactions for the year would be 12, and so we can go on mathematically. It is very important to understand the nature of your business to determine the frequency in which customers can do business with you. Then you need to analyze your current customer database, analyze how they are currently doing business with you, and determine, are they doing it at a frequency that is beneficial to your business, or are they coming now and then coming 6 months after when it can be a business that allows them to work with you once a month or twice a month. So it's very important to know this. What it can also do, it allows you to pre-book your next customer, which helps you to create what we call predictable revenue. Which means, for example, like a hair salon, and forgive me if I don't get this exactly correct, but let's say you come and you do some form of treatment to your hair, and let's say a wash and a blow dry or a steam. Again, forgive me if I get it incorrect. And you know that generally it is done every 6 weeks. So why wait for that customer to think about coming back to you? Why not after the treatment, whilst they're in that high of how beautiful they look and the confidence you've given to them, and book in their next appointment right there and then. And of course, you have a system of follow-up where you check in with them before the date of the appointment to make sure that they are going to be coming on that date. So there you have it. Number of transactions, very important in the 5 ways of building that business to make sure that you can have predictable income coming into your business, in addition to ensuring that the frequency which people can do business with you is being done at least on average.
Vishnu here. I'm in Las Vegas, and I'm with the one and only Brad Sugars. And I can tell you that I've finally been able to convince Brad to come to Guyana. He was in Guyana on February 1st, 2016. So exactly 8 years after, we'll have Brad begin in Guyana. Brad, how does it feel knowing that you're booked for Guyana?
The Eldorado 15 better be chilled and ready for me when I get there. But yes, super excited. We agreed that I'm going to teach 2 different sessions. One for all the leadership team of an organization about management and about how to be a great leader of the organization. And then the next day, I'm going to do a session just for business owners on how to scale your business, how to really grow your business. But he's promised me rum and cigars, okay? So that's the most important point. But really excited to be coming back. We'll get you more details. What dates did we agree?
Yeah, so definitely on February 1st, from 4 to 7, we have a session that is especially for the leaders and managers in the organization, or especially if you have people who have that potential and they really need to understand the difference between the two, why each is very important. And then the next day, February 2nd, it's an entire day. We go from 9 to 4. Very similar to the session that we're here for in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but you're here for 5 days.
5 days of thinking.
Yeah.
5 days. And for those of you who are really serious, I do recommend, talk to us next year. Join us in Las Vegas as well for 5 days of thinking about how your business could get to $1 billion. But the second day is especially for business owners, right? What are the best types of business owners that would make full use of this second session?
I don't think there's a best type. I think it is that any business owner that is looking to scale. If you're looking to scale and you're looking to grow, or you've sort of stagnated and you want that next level of growth, I think that's a big part of it. But we'll have a lot of fun, we'll enjoy ourselves, and we'll do a ton of learning and help you plan to have a great business for the coming year.
So you'll see a link on this video. Click on the link, get yourself registered so that our team can make sure that you're well prepped to benefit from one or both sessions. And we look forward to seeing you at the Marriott on February 1st and possibly 2nd as well to really learn from the best in the world.
See you then, gang. Bye.
Camille's Academy, Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success.
Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today.
Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level. Camille's Academy, Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
Being a business owner is a lonely job. As business continues to change so rapidly, staying ahead and above water can feel overwhelming. You have little time to concentrate on growing your business because you're stuck working in your business. Your attention is on the day-to-day operations, handling emergencies, and you are challenged to create that winning team that can run your business when you aren't there. You aren't making the money you could be because you aren't focused on multiplying your profitability. What would it feel like if your business finally gave you more than you put into it? Wouldn't it be nice to have a business that works without you? To have a team of customer-focused individuals who delivered on your company's promise even when you aren't there? Wouldn't it be great to be able to have the time to enjoy your family and have real work-life balance? You can live your best business life. But how? Most businesses invest in professional expertise in the most important aspects of their business. You hire an accountant or financial advisor to ensure your money is managed effectively. You hire a lawyer to help you navigate legal matters. Why not hire a business coach to help you with everything else? An action coach is a certified professional who brings with them a unique perspective and a set of skills to help you re-energize your business operation. They will help you find new, effective ways to solve some of your most taxing business challenges. Employing an action coach is a partnership, a relationship, and they will mentor you as your business grows. Quite simply, an action coach will help you find ways to have more time, build more effective teams, and make more money. Action Coach is the leading coaching company in the world with nearly 1,000 coaches working with more than 18,000 businesses a week. We not only expect results, we guarantee them with our 17-week guarantee. You can choose from a variety of business programs, from one-to-one coaching to group coaching. There is something for every business and every budget. Your business is not broken, and adding an action coach to your team will transform you into a powerful and robust business in your community. Working with a business coach can help you set up systems, processes, and strategies to help your business run more effectively and ultimately get ahead of your competition. You aren't alone, and we will work with you to help you find the most precious of resources: time. It is time to invest in your business and invest in your future. Go to actioncoach.com, and the first coaching session is on us.
Becoming a great leader is how we build great businesses. And management versus leadership is a really important question. I can't wait to be in Guyana. Very excited to be coming back, not just to taste the rum, but also to teach about management and leadership and how we need a combination of both. And so over 3 hours, we'll take a look at that. And thanks to Vishnu for inviting me down. And I get to have some fun, but also get to work with you on building a great business, building a great company, building a great team. So we'll look at the two main core aspects of what is management and how does that play out. And then we'll break down the two main core aspects of leadership and how does that play out on a day-to-day basis. Now, I've been leading and managing companies now for 30 years and have taught literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of leaders, CEOs, execs, business owners, and managers how to do a great job at it. And I think that in the few hours that we get to have together, A, we're going to have a lot of fun. B, we're going to do a lot of learning. But most important, you'll walk away with practical tips to get better results from yourself and your team to build the business. Pretty much the very next day, a lot of the strategies can be used and implemented immediately, because what I'm going to teach you is what I do in my businesses, not just what some theory of what could happen, but the actual management strategies and the actual leadership strategies we use. You know, scaling your business is not something that comes naturally to most people. Most of us start a business to either replace an income or get ourselves a job or something like that. But to learn how to scale your business, to, as an owner, become a great owner, we got to learn that sort of thing. Being great at the job of the business is one thing. Being great at scaling and growing the business is a whole other set of skills. And so it's going to take us a full day to sit together and work through all of that. Yourself, me, Vishnu, a bunch of other business owners. We call it Unplugged, essentially, because I don't need a mic because there's only a small group of us. That really, it's more of a coaching and education day where we work through the marketing. How does that going to scale? How does the people scale? What strategy do you need to be able to scale the business and really get that high level growth that you're looking for? In this day and age, by the way, that changes every year. It's amazing when I do this course. Last year is very different this year because the world's changed, the market's changed, the way we do business has changed, the economic environment in Guyana has changed. As we know, political environments and economic environments are a part of making our business decisions, but we still need to have the right strategies. We'll also take a look at how the mission impacts that. What is the vision of the business and where is it going to go, and how do you set those goals and milestones for where you want to be? And then also we'll dive into the execution aspect of it. What are the three main aspects of execution to get that happening so that when you set the goals, they do actually become a reality? So Unplugged Day, very much for the business owners. The evening session, management and leadership, make sure you bring your team to that one and you bring yourself and maybe one or two of your executives to the full Unplugged Day. Anyway, look forward to seeing you in Guyana, and hopefully we can have a rum at the end of the day and celebrate a great day's work.
Are you a business owner that has a promotion on this Christmas and you want more potential customers to know about it? Maybe you're also hosting a Christmas party or social event. Then we can take care of all of your videography needs. Just message or call us today to book your date.
Do you want more income? Dr. Vishnu Durga here from Action Invest Caribbean, and I'm sure the answer is yes. Now, if you're a very young person, most likely the only way you can get more income is active income. You actually have to go out there or even at home, but you have to actively do something. If you don't do the work, there is no money coming in. And for some of you who claim to be business owners, the easiest way to know if you're actually a business owner is stay away from the business for a week or a month and see at the end of that if you still have a business. If you do, then yes. If you are needed to do the most critical things, and in some cases everything from cleaning to opening to doing the work to serving the customers, running behind your money and all of that, then you actually don't have a business. You're basically self-employed, and if you stop showing up, the money stops coming in. So for all of us, that is usually stage one, active income. The advice is always to make sure that you find your talent. All of us were blessed with multiple talents, and the problem with that is that because you are usually so good at what you do, it is normal for you. Like I know now that I am a mathematics magician, right? And numbers come very, very easily to me. And I thought it was normal, and I used to get frustrated with people around me because how come you don't know this thing? And other people, as when I got mentored, when I got coached, and my friends and those who care about me actually made me understand how different and how special that talent is that I have. And they also let me know, unfortunately, the things I'm not good at. So singing, dancing, I'm way at the bottom of the scale there. I didn't get those talents. Now, when you know what your talent is, and again, the fastest way, ask the people around you, and also they will tell you what you're really good at. Plus, it's also the thing that you usually get frustrated with other people for. So if you're the one capturing content, and for you it's so easy, the first take, everything goes well. But when you send a staff or a friend to do the recording, and this is off and that is off, and if you feel frustrated, please understand that's your talent. If you want to grow the business, you got to find people with your or a higher level of talent in order to grow the business, or else you'll always be frustrated with those people and you'll always be babysitting them. When you have your highest talent, you want to be looking at, okay, who needs it? Is it a company that needs it? Is it a person that needs it? Is it a personal service? Is there a job you can get where that is exactly in the highest demand? And you start aligning yourself with that, because that, my friends, gives you the highest form of active income. So that when you do show up, your hour is, and your minute, because I only work in minutes, but your hour is worth the highest dollar value. You don't want to be in a situation where your hour, you get paid average or below what your hour is really worth. All of that is active income. In the next video, I'll be talking about different forms of investments that create passive income. And some of these are rental income, interest income, royalty income, capital gains income. And with those types of income, it is always important to understand what resources do you have. Intellectual property income, for example, if you're someone who's very creative, you need to learn how to lock in your creative work so that you can benefit from it in the long run. So there are about 6 other categories of passive income, and what I'll do is I'll go through them one at a time so that you can learn more. But get started with ensuring that your active income is rewarding you at the highest level. Some people really don't do more than that. They're actually able to retire on just their active income. So until the next one, start taking a look at what your talent is, and is it aligned to the best value for money. Take care.
Discover a whole new level of engine performance. Ready for the twists and turns. Ready for the road less traveled. Ready for the unexpected. Ready for the thrill. Extreme performance. Hyundai X-Tier.
As a leader, it's important to know these DISC styles so you can begin to better understand the people around you. It's also important to understand that we are all a blend of these styles. Sure, we can adapt those blends based on our environment or when a specific situation calls for one style over the other. But more often than not, we've all got to accept our DISC and learn to live, work, and play and accept these basic truths. So there you have it. We're all different, but we are predictably different.
I've worked with many business owners, and one of the challenges that I find with majority of business owners is that they're short-term thinkers. What do I mean when I say short-term thinkers? When they've identified a customer and they've gotten their first sale, gotten their first sale, they're excited about it, and then they forget about the customer. They forget about that customer that came to them, made that decision to purchase from them, saw value in their product and services, and did nothing to be able to follow up back with that customer. So the idea of every customer that comes into your business, you want to be able to make sure that they come back and shop again, use your services, advocate for your business and your services, and become raving fans. They're the ones that are going to be out there telling others about your product and your service.
Hi everyone, Coach Keon Smith here, and I wanted to speak to you a bit on predictable cash flow. Cash is king. Let me repeat that. Cash is king. Especially for those micro and small and medium-sized businesses, we need to make sure that our business has a very healthy cash flow so that we can pay our bills, we can pay our suppliers, we can pay our team members. Now, credit can either make your business or it can break your business. It may look good on paper that you're selling high volumes, but if you do not have the cash in your business to fuel your operations, unfortunately, quite unfortunately, you may credit yourself out of a viable business. And when we talk predictable cash flow, it is using the different mechanisms to make sure that cash keeps coming to your business. One, from your marketing strategy that you're implementing. Marketing is a promise you make to customers that you can deliver to a certain quality, and what it does, it attracts them to your business. Your ability to convert those prospects into paying customers, which is your conversion rate, that will help you to generate cash flow, because that is when someone is willing to take their hard-earned cash and give it to you in exchange for a product and or a service. Going into the strategy of number of transactions and having a strategy to book your next appointment or having a subscription-based type of business can all be strategies to increase predictable cash flow. Because if it's on a subscription base, you know that this customer will be paying you on a monthly basis at this time of the month, every month up until that contract becomes null and void. It is just like when you are renting a premises. The landlord understands that every month you will be making your rental payment between the 1st to the 7th of the month, or the 10th, depending on who's your landlord. That means for the time that you're going to be at that residence, that is predictable cash flow. And right now, most rental agreements are minimum for a year, some are minimum for 3 years. So the person knows for 3 years, this is the cash I'm going to be expecting every single month from this particular tenant or from these number of tenants. So predictable cash flow is very, very good for any business. And what it does, it adds to cash being king so that you can pay all your bills and support the growth of your business. To learn more about this, you can always check out our page on Facebook. You can check us out on other social media platforms, or you can simply call 223-5583 and get into one of our free seminars that my team members can let you know when it's going to be, so that you can learn more about how you can grow your business.
Visit Ale & Sons in the Movie-Town Mall. It has hundreds of items for you to choose from at the lowest prices and from all the top brands. Get a wide range of refrigerators, washers and dryers, microwaves, stoves, small kitchen appliances, musical instruments, and home entertainment systems. Flat screen TVs, hardware items, plumbing, a huge selection of tools, speakers and amplifiers, and lots more. We offer convenient payment options. Not sure about a product? Speak to one of our professional sales associates. They will answer all your questions. Our Movie-Town store is larger and more comfortable to shop. You can also visit us online at www.alasons.com. Everything is in stock and ready for delivery. Ale & Sons, making life better one day at a time.
Good morning, I'm Safia, the HR Officer for NSB Omega Guyana Inc. Today I will be telling you about a vacancy with one of our clients, Van Oord Guyana Inc. They are currently seeking a warehouse clerk to join their team on a short-term contract, that is, from December 2023 to May 2024. The ideal candidate will be certified in forklift operation and will have experience in performing administrative duties. For more information, kindly visit our website at nsbomega.gy or feel free to contact us on 227-3370. Thank you, and until next time.
Are you a business owner that has a promotion on this Christmas and you want more potential customers to know about it? Maybe you're also hosting a Christmas party or social event. Then we can take care of all of your videography needs. Just message or call us today to book your date.
Active income versus passive income. Dr. Vishnu Durga here. I had promised you to dive a little bit deeper into passive income. Now, of course, active income, you know by now, and if you haven't remembered it, please go back to the last video where I explained active income and how you get to a place of active income. And in this video, I'll be using myself as a bit of an example. My active income comes from business coaching. So the only thing that I show up in my own company to do on a day-to-day basis is business coaching. And that is one of my highest skills that I have, where I'm able to see very clearly in a very simple way how to get to the end result. And that clarity allows the people that I work with to receive it, and then we map out a clear path of how do we get to that end result as fast as possible. That is my absolute best way of adding value, and it rewards me in a really great way. I also from time to time do some consulting, so if people really don't want to develop themselves and they just want me to give them the idea, then I do it via consulting. And the final way in which I actively get involved is by serving on boards, and a board takes 1 to 2 hours of my time per month or per quarter. So you can also understand how that could be a very good use of my active time. Now, when it comes to passive, and I'm going to run through these pretty quickly because I don't want you to take this as I must do all of these here. It is so important that you sit with a professional that analyzes where you are and then together with you works out a plan of what to focus on next. Too many people try to do everything at the same time and then nothing works out well and they become frustrated and give up on that path of, you know, really having a good life. So the first one that most people get into, again, this might be something for you, is what is called profit income. Profit income is buying something and selling it, and you gain by the difference, by the profit that you actually generate. And it could be something like drop shipping, it could be going to a furniture factory and buying small pieces and then selling them in another location. So that is basically running a business, but the income comes from the profit, not the revenue. Because I know many people out there think that when you sell $1 million for the month, it's profit. That's not profit. You have to take out all your variable costs, the things that you had to buy to make that business work, and all your fixed costs, the things you have to pay even if you don't sell a single piece, before you're left with profit income. So please always remember, with the business, the goal is not big revenues, the goal is big profits. The next area that I'm going to take you through is what is called dividend income. So dividend income is where you have purchased shares in companies or businesses. You may have invested in businesses and you are not actually working in the business. You just provided your capital. This means that you have to build up some capital. And dividend income also gets paid annually when a business makes a profit. And it's a portion of that profit that's paid out because the company itself has to keep back some money to reinvest in the following year, in the plan for the following year. So it doesn't mean that all the profit coming into you goes to you. It means that, and it's not even in your hands. If you're not even on the board, somebody else, another board of directors, decides how much dividend gets paid out. So this is more of a longer term strategy. Then we have what is called rent income. And when I say rent income, you might be thinking, hey, yeah, properties. Properties is the easiest thing in Guyana right now to, well, I say easy, but relatively easy, more than it was 10 years ago, to either have a house or a commercial building that you can rent floors of the building or the entire building. And you had that initial investment, but you keep getting your rent in monthly. But please also understand that you can rent many other things. You can buy a car and rent out the car. You can buy a generator and rent out the generator. I remember going to school and had a fancy pen, and I used to rent out the pen on a daily basis. So anything that you can be able to rent to someone that doesn't require it on a full-time basis. They don't want to own the thing. They just want temporary use of it, and that's where rental income comes in. Then we have interest income. So interest income, that's how the banks make all their money. Every time you see this billion and that billion in net profit, all they did is they took your money that you put there with them and they lent it out to businesses and other users of the money. And they receive from as low as 6% to as high as 16% interest per year on the money that they are lending out. Now, if you've already built up some capital and you understand how to analyze people who want to invest, then again, that's a whole course and training by itself. Then you can start lending out your money at various interest rates. And in some cases, if you're really good at it, you might be willing to take more risk than a bank, meaning that you'll also get a higher level of interest return to you than a bank does. The other one is runs usually alongside rent income, because when you have bought a property and you paid maybe 5 million for the land or 10 million for the land and 20 million for the building, that property cost you 25 million. However, after the first year you go to a valuator, they come take a look and they see, okay, a completed building here. They don't care about how much you paid for the cement and the wood and whatever. They look at the completed building, they look at the street, they look at your neighborhood, they look at all that, and then they give you documents, hey, this building is worth 35 million. They will also generally list the market value. So yes, it's worth 35 million, but if you had to sell it right now, they're pretty sure you can get 31 million for it. I usually love to use, it's called forced sale value. I like to use that to actually think, okay, how much value did I actually gain? So in this case, I gained 6 million in value. That is called capital gains. And every year, especially in this market, we have some properties that have doubled and tripled in value. And that is income, because if I wanted to sell the building, it didn't cost me what I'm going to sell it for now. Of course, you also have to remember that in Guyana, we have what is called the capital gains tax of 20% on buildings. So please take a look at how that affects you as well. And please make sure that you take that into consideration. And the final major form of passive income is called royalty income. So royalty income is where you have created some intellectual property or a platform that continues to pay you for a longer time. So if I use our example, we have used and created in Guyana the who's who in Guyana business, and in Suriname the who's who in Suriname business. Now it's a platform that we initially just used for ourselves to make our business grow faster, but we own the rights. We own the rights for Guyana, we own the rights for Suriname. For Action Coach is also intellectual property. We own the rights for Guyana, and in this case the parent company actually gets a royalty income from us, but we also receive royalty incomes in country. So maybe you're a musician, maybe you are an artist that has created work, and let's say your work is at a museum, and every time people pay $5 or 1,000 Guyana dollars to go into the museum, and this would be professionally run museums, by the way, because your work of art is in there, you get 1 cent for every person who goes through the museum. For music, you might put it on Spotify or somewhere, and for every time someone plays your music, you get half of a cent. That's an example of royalty income. Now, this is why it is so important to sit with a professional to figure out which one of these streams of passive income is best for you to focus on next, especially when you're finished with actually figuring out what your best form of active income is. Then you got to start looking at, okay, what's next? Royalty income would be good if you're an artist or someone very creative. You could be working at your job and say, okay, I'll make this as a project to build something that people would like. Software is another good one. You build the software once and you rent it out forever. All of that is income that you're going to be getting in because you created that idea. So I trust you have a better understanding of the different forms of passive income. Should you need help, should you really want to put this in place for yourself or even your company, reach out to us. This is what we specialize in, and see you in the next one. I trust you enjoyed this week's TV show. Of course, you learned a lot more about various aspects of business. Please make sure that you don't just learn, but you also apply. And again, for those of you who want to move your management and leadership to the next level, make contact with our office so that you can secure a spot at our Management versus Leadership event coming up on February 1st, delivered by Brad Sugars, the CEO of Action Coach. See you in 2 weeks. Make sure that you keep applying all that you've learned today and keep doing your best.